I don't think I had the chance to check in with you yesterday because we did quite a bit, but didn't do anything at the same time, if that makes sense. We just wandered around Berlin, did all the touristy things that you have to do while you're here. So we went to see bits and remains of the Berlin Wall. We went to see the famous gate. We went to see a couple of memorials, which I took some clips of, so I'll make sure to put them in here just so it feels like you got to experience a bit more of Berlin with me, not only the shopping. And then we also went back to a department store that we went to during our first day. I believe it's called KaDeWe, I believe the locals pronounce it. But if I have any German viewers, I'm sure that they'll correct me in the comment section, which was great. They have a Chanel, they have a Dior, they have a Louis Vuitton. That's the Louis Vuitton I went to during our first day here. There was, I don't know if I mentioned Hermes, Chanel, and then, just all the designer brands that you're used to seeing at department stores, which was fun. Although I didn't really pick up anything yesterday except it's been so incredibly windy and cold that yesterday during our walk I had to stop by Uniqlo to buy one of those really sort of thin gilets that you can put underneath any coats or any jackets to keep you warm because I was freezing. And it really didn't do much, I have to be honest. I'm usually a big fan of Uniqlo, but that really simple gilet didn't really add any warmth. So today I ended up buying a Canada Goose, like a proper puffy Canada Goose jacket, because it's been so incredibly cold. And when you're cold, you just cannot enjoy anything. You're just not in the mood to do anything. It's been raining, it's been windy, it's been cold. So unfortunately, we did not win the lottery with the weather this time, but it's fine. We just took an Uber everywhere we went, which is perfectly fine. And then I'm trying to think what else we did that I wanted to share with you. Oh, we went to this really fun restaurant last night called 893, which was recommended by the concierge downstairs. And it's kind of like a speakeasy restaurant. From the outside, it looks like this abandoned building that's covered in graffiti. But once you've collected the courage to actually take a peek inside, it's the most fabulous Japanese restaurant on the inside. So if you're ever in Berlin, I would highly recommend it. The food was outstanding. Even though I don't eat fish or anything that lives in the sea, it was still just, the experience was great. So I would definitely recommend that restaurant. It's not meant to be the easiest restaurant to get tables at, but if you're staying at a hotel in Berlin, I'm sure that they can help you out. That's exactly what we did. And then today we did a little bit more shopping on the main shopping street in Berlin. We went to Hermes. I had an appointment at Chanel to look at some jackets, and the bag that I have been eyeing, it's been quite a while since I bought myself a Chanel bag, but there's one bag this season that has been on my mind. I didn't have it in the color that I wanted it. It's a denim bag. Surprise, surprise. If you know me, you know that I have a soft spot for denim bags. It comes in two different shades of denim, in a light denim and then also in a darker denim, and I wanted the darker one, which they had, but they only had one piece in the window, which they were not willing to sell. So I'm going to try to see if I can get it once I got home. And I also had a chance to look at some more Chanel sale pieces. They actually had quite a bit of Chanel sale left behind. I think the sale has been going on since January here, so we're here a month later, but they still had quite a bit left. Unfortunately, nothing in my size, but I did take a couple of clips just so if there's anything that you see, maybe you can check with your local boutique if they still have it in stock. So I did my best to film as much as I possibly can, but I have to tell you, Chanel here is pretty strict about filming, so I wasn't able to film as much as I wanted to, but I try my best to film as much as I can. And then I also had a peek at the latest collection, which is really pastel and floral, but there was one jacket that I did like, which I'm still considering. Then I'm trying to think what else I was going to tell you. I went to Louis Vuitton, went to Dior, just the usual, nothing outstanding. Really, none of the stores have anything new in. I don't know if they're all struggling to get stock, but I've been seeing the same thing over and over and over again at every single boutique that I go to. And then we also went to Ladurée. I've been craving Ladurée, and so we stopped by the local Ladurée, which is actually inside a designer boutique. So we started this shopping excursion at Louis Vuitton, not because I had anything to look at Louis Vuitton, considering that I had already purchased what was on my wish list, but since I had the appointment, I thought I might as well stop by. And there really wasn't anything that stood out to me except a couple of these trunks, which I know are getting more and more difficult to get. And this one in particular, the one that's more of a jewelry box, I know is an extremely popular entry-level piece, which makes sense if I wanted to buy something more substantial from Louis Vuitton. This is definitely something that I would look into. And then I also wanted to show you the Millionaire sunglasses in this new tie-dye finish that has just launched. I love my Millionaire sunglasses. I have them in the original black and they make an amazing statement piece. And then last but not least, they had this fun set of 6 socks, which actually come in this plastic Louis Vuitton box. Our next up was Chanel, trying to see if they have the denim tote bag that I wanted to see, which they did actually have in the window right here. They had even the price tag, which this bag is 4,000 euros if you're wondering, which I know is insane for a denim bag at this point, but what can we say? It's just Chanel pricing. They had one in the dark color in the window, which they were not willing to sell. And then they also had the same bag, but in a lighter denim, which was available, that I didn't really end up liking. So I'm trying to see if I can get the denim one at home, which I'll definitely keep you posted on. And then I also wanted to show you as much sale pieces as I could, because as I mentioned, they had a ton of sale pieces left. This jacket, if you can fit into this, they had a couple of them in the Berlin boutique, the main boutique, not the one at the department store, which it was tiny. This is a size 40 and it didn't even come up on my forearm. Now, I often get asked about Chanel sizing, what size I usually ask for, and it really depends on the fit. You'll see a jacket later on that I tried on in a 38 and it was more than generous when it came to the size, whereas this particular style was extremely tiny, but it was absolutely stunning, especially for the price. And then I also wanted to show you these boucle pants, which there was no way I could put on. I did try, I have to be honest, and it kind of looked like I was wearing diapers. It wasn't a flattering fit, but it was a really interesting pair of pants. So if you're looking for something unique, this is definitely worth checking out. I must say I was really surprised to see this jacket on sale, and they actually had quite a few of them left, mainly in smaller sizes in 36, 38 and 40. And again, this particular style ran incredibly small, but I remember seeing it when it first launched back in 2020. And I thought it was quite Balmain-esque. It wasn't really Chanel. Yes, if you have a close look and if you have a look at the individual elements, you can definitely see how it draws inspiration from classic Chanel pieces. But the overall look is really quite striking, and it struck me as something that would have been done by Balmain. And I know for a fact it was a popular piece, but they did have quite a few of them left on sale. So if you can fit into a really small Chanel jacket, again, definitely ask your boutique about this. And just to show you something from the latest Chanel collection, this is the jacket that I tried on, which I have to be honest, I quite liked, but sometimes I fall into this trap. I'm not sure if it happens to any one of you out there, but when I go to a store to buy something that's been on my wish list and I cannot get it, I just make a terrible impulse purchase. I buy something that I would have never thought of buying, which for me, a white jacket is definitely one of those pieces. It's not something that I would be able to wear on a regular basis, but I have to say I did like it, and I was able to try this, I believe, in a 40 and a 38, and the 40 was definitely a better fit, but even a 38 I could have made work. So I just wanted to show you that yes, the sizing can get really crazy, especially if you are a gentleman trying to buy into Chanel. So you always want to make sure that you try on whatever you're buying. But if you're looking for a white jacket, this definitely had some sort of a Vegas magician vibe to it. And you know I had to stop by Hermes. Now in Berlin, they have 2 Hermes boutiques. Quick review of both. They were both great. They had a surprising amount of ready-to-wear, both for men and women. Everything else they didn't have too much of. And in case you're wondering, the bag flavor of the week seemed to be the Freyfe Birkin, and Canvas Constance is that both stores had on display. For some weird reason, I was craving macaroons out of all things all day, so thankfully they had 2 Ladurees in Berlin, one of which was inside this beautiful independent boutique. So I stopped by to grab some macaroons before heading back to the hotel so I could change before we went to lunch to a traditional German pub. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun being here in Berlin. I think I'm gonna go get a massage later on today, and then we were supposed to go out for dinner, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm so tired. We've been walking around so much. We basically didn't stop. I didn't even get the chance to check in with you yesterday because we've been constantly going and doing something. So I think tonight we're going to take it easy. We might go and do a takeout or maybe order in from a nicer restaurant, something that is more specific to Berlin. But I think we'll just order in or maybe even just do room service. I haven't decided, but I think we're definitely going to take it easy tonight. And then tomorrow is our last day here, and I definitely want to go to the zoo because we have not been to the zoo, even though I'm looking at it right now. It's just outside of our window. I'm pretty sure I did the room tour during our first day here. Yeah, I think I did the room tour. So I'm literally just looking at the zoo right now, but it's raining outside, so I don't know how much fun it's going to be going to the zoo when it's pouring rain. So let's hope that changes. I should stop complaining about the weather. But yeah, I think tomorrow it's going to be the zoo, going to the aquarium, and then I ordered a pair of Chanel sneakers. I know I shouldn't be buying any more Chanel sneakers, but I did order a pair of Chanel sneakers, which they said might get here by tomorrow. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna go and pay for them, and then they'll send it home to me. So that's the plan for tomorrow. If I do any more shopping, you know, I'll keep you posted. And maybe I should show you what I'm wearing today because I'm wearing my uniform, black cashmere with black pants, but I'm wearing a pair of pants that every time I've shown you guys in previous videos, I got so many questions on. So why didn't I show you the pants that I wore? And then maybe I can show you the KaDeWe jacket that I bought. If it's an interest to you, it's a nice jacket. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see it here, but this is the gilet that I bought from Uniqlo yesterday, which is this super, super lightweight little thing that you can put on underneath anything. And it sounds like a great idea, but I have to be honest, it really didn't do much for me. But I'm just realizing that I didn't even take the label off. This is what I bought, in case you're interested. I didn't even take the label off because I bought it and then immediately put it on outside. So it's fine, you know, I'm going to keep it. I think it's something nice to have, but yeah, don't expect this to keep you warm underneath a cashmere jacket because it really didn't do much. So today I ended up buying this super simple puffy KaDeWe jacket, which I'm usually not the biggest fan of, but KaDeWe jackets are so, I mean, they're just the warmest jackets you can find out there. They're not always the most flattering, although I have to be honest that this shape is pretty good. I thought this was from the women's line, but then I checked the label and it is not. It's from the actual men's line. If you can find the name or the style, if they have them, I'm not sure, because I do have a couple of KaDeWe jackets, but this is very different from all the ones that I have at home. So I ended up buying this today, and it's really, really nice. So if I can, I'll make sure to link it down below. It's just a really simple black puffy jacket, but there is a pretty nice shape to it. Okay, let's try this again. I filmed my outfit for you guys outside, and it's the most unflattering mirror, lighting, or angle. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't do any justice for any one of my outfits outside. So I took my phone in here to film my outfit for you with one of these mirrors, and my phone died on me, and I didn't bring another battery for my vlogging camera, which is also dead. So that just tells you what a pro vlogger I am. But anyway, I wanted to show you this outfit because this is my uniform. I might change the individual pieces, but the overall idea is always the same. So I'm wearing this really simple cashmere sweater from, believe it or not, Saint Laurent. I have a white t-shirt underneath it. I think this is from Louis Vuitton because the pants are also from Louis Vuitton. Every time I show these on my Instagram or I've worn these in previous vlogs, I always get a ton of questions on these, but unfortunately these are no longer available. These were part of the last collection Kim Jones did for Louis Vuitton. So I had these for a few years now. I think I actually bought these originally for my college graduation. I think I bought these for, and I absolutely love them. I've been wearing them consistently because even though they're just a plain pair of black wool pants, there's something about the tailoring that makes them unbelievably flattering. They are baggy in the right places, but they are more tapered in the right places too. And then they have this built-in belt, which does actually come out. You can remove it if you want to, and you can replace it with a regular belt, but it's fabric and it's made of the exact same material as the pants themselves. And you can either double them and let it hang here, or you can properly fasten it and let it go through in your pants, but I tend to leave it like this. I think it just makes it a little bit more interesting. And what's funny about this is that this is an element that Kim Jones uses to this day on his design. So if you ever see some of his newer blazers that have the built-in belt that is made of the exact same fabric as the blazers themselves, this is a Kim Jones signature touch that he's been doing for a really long time. And I so wish that Louis Vuitton brought these pants back, because they're probably the most flattering pants that I own. Actually, alongside with the Dior ones, the high-waisted Dior ones that I have now in 2 different colors. And it kind of makes sense because both of them were designed by Kim Jones, so he clearly knows what he's doing. And it is our last day here in Berlin, so I wanted to show you what I'm going to wear for the day. I put on this product t-shirt, which they do every single season. I have it in blue, this one, the navy one, I have it in black, and I have it in gray. I love it. It's this really soft, I'm not exactly sure if it's cashmere or wool. It might be wool, but it's incredibly soft. So I have this t-shirt on with my new Dior high-waisted pants. This time not in black, but in maroon, which was the second pair that I picked up. And I promise I'll show them to you in an upcoming unboxing, because I know it's really hard to see the color without proper lighting. So this is our final look. Hermes equestrian puffy jacket, which, as far as puffy jackets go, this is pretty flattering. I feel like if you're looking for a puffy jacket that is going to keep you warm, but it's not quite as puffy as some other jackets out there, definitely look at the Hermes equestrian line, obviously, because these pieces were designed for horse riders that need to have free movement while they're on the horse. So these are not only pretty comfortable, but they're not overwhelming. I wanted to quickly show you the Chanel sneakers that I was supposed to get, which, believe it or not, the person I was supposed to get them from never got back to me. I reached out several times asking how I could pay for them, but they never responded. So I guess I have to get them at home. But I wanted to show you these because this is a classic style that they do every single season. It's kind of Chanel's take on the Nike Air Force, but this time they are doing them in all white in a more textured leather, which I thought was really special. And then our last stop was Bvlgari, which almost made us miss our flight. We were there for way too long and we didn't realize we were supposed to leave to the airport, so we had to rush back to the hotel and get ourselves ready. But the Bvlgari server rental line is definitely one that has piqued my interest, so keep your eyes peeled for an upcoming wishlist video. Actually, let me know if you'd like to see a luxury wishlist video from me for 2022. I'm not sure if you'd be interested, but if you would, definitely let me know in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up, and that's definitely something that I can put together for you.